Welcome to Well, That Just Happened. I'm your host, Cody Spence.
And I'm your co-host, Mark Hawk.
This is a podcast about, do you want to tell them, Mark?
Yeah, so this is a podcast that takes a look at news stories from around the world.
Some that shock us, some that have us asking what just happened, and some that we just found interesting.
So if you like the show, please subscribe and leave a review.
We're on YouTube and any other podcast platform.
And with that being said, all that's left is, let's see what's happening this season. Okay, well, so the story I got to start with, you had a bomb threat story, a couple episodes ago, yeah. And yours, the guy used it, to get out of a...
It was like a traffic stop, so it was like a speeding ticket or something. Or no, it wasn't a bomb threat, it was a shooting or something.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, this guy... Alright, we'll just tell you the storyline. Iowa man calls in bomb threat because he didn't get his sauce for his chicken nuggets.
What the... Right out the gate, that's how we're starting this one.
Yes. So, An Iowa man tried to get revenge on his local McDonald's for not giving him his sauce for his chicken nuggets. And Ankeny police arrested Robert Goldwitzer Jr. after he allegedly threatened to blow up the store and punch an employee over missing condiments. And he was charged with the felony of making a false report of explosive or incendiary device.
Missing condiments, so he was pissed off that he was missing his ketchup?
I mean, yeah. He ordered nuggets, and, he ordered his sauce to go with his nuggets. It could have been barbecue or ranch or whatever.
Yeah.
But they didn't put it in the bag, and yeah, he was mad. So he called in a bomb threat and threatened to punch someone in the face.
That's a giant escalation, though.
Is it?
Yeah. I mean, he could have started out with a simple assault threat.
I mean, yeah, just threatening to punch a guy in the face.
Yeah.
They probably wouldn't have took it serious and laughed about it, but when you threaten to blow the place up, okay, they take that a little serious.
Yeah, I feel like there are steps. Like, I feel like if you're going to make that kind of threat, you start out with assault. All right, they're not going to take you seriously. All right, so we're going to go to shooting next. And then if you say, I'm going to shoot this place up, and they realize they're not the gun. But then you go to, we're going to blow this place up.
Yeah, so, I mean, now you go from probably like a...
Misdemeanor
to a felony because of threatening to blow the place up.
Absolutely a felony.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they charged him with the felony, but... So, yeah, that's the first story I have. And then, we've been waiting for a story from our hometown to make the show. And we finally got one good enough to do it.
Okay.
So, woman on meth walks through Franklin nude.
My God.
So, Rachel Everhart walked down the sidewalk of Liberty Street nude into the Quality Inn. She was given a sheet to cover up and returned to her residence. She confirmed she smoked meth a short time before the incident when she was questioned. She was arrested, taken to the police department, and while being held at the police department, she took all her clothing off again and stayed nude for an extended time.
Why?
She just must like being in the nude. But
does meth make you, warm?
I don't know. I've never done it.
We had done, not with this ship, we had done a whole episode on meth before, and this kind of behavior is mild compared to what can happen when someone's on meth.
Well, it gets better.
Okay.
So, she was released from custody, and then the police were called again because she went home, and then 30 to 40 minutes later, they found her naked at the same Quality Inn, and when police got there, she was completely nude in front of the building. Her clothes were laying on the ground, and when she was questioned, she said she was hallucinating a man chasing her. She was then taken back into custody. So,
fuck.
Wow.
Dude, as soon as you said hallucinating, I couldn't hold that in.
Okay, so to me, she got naked again because she had a hallucination of a guy chasing her. So...
Did she think it made her run faster?
I'm not sure. I mean, if you're being chased by a guy, why would you get naked unless you were like, I mean,
I was thinking you're gonna save him some of the work. I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. Like, what makes you think getting nude is the right?
I don't know, because I'm thinking like, all right, so she's being chased, she's hallucinating, that she's being chased, and I'm assuming more than likely, most circumstances, it's not for a fun time.
It depends on your idea of fun.
So, well, like, I guess what I'm thinking is, would you not want more clothes on as like a defensive layer?
Well, see, that's what I was thinking. Like, if you took your clothes off when you're hallucinating a guy chasing you, you would think, unless you wanted something to happen, you would leave your clothes on and maybe want to put extra layers on, not take everything off.
It's like a freaky version of Pin the Tail on the lady.
The meth head.
The one thing, like you said, it's from our hometown, so like as you're telling it, like I'm laying, like in my mind, I'm laying down the floor plan, like, oh, I can see how they got there, oh, the quality, and oh, that's a rundown place. And then when you said, it's a meth head, going there, I'm like, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it's just we've been wanting to do a story from our hometown, and then we finally get one.
Yeah.
Although I do believe we had another story from our hometown that you should have used that you didn't.
I know. It's hard to find that story, though.
I'm pretty sure if you look on Explore Venango, it's still there. Somewhere
probably.
In the archives.
Probably. I didn't know there were archives. Well, that'll be a later episode.
Okay. All right. So my next story, Jeffrey Sable, 50, of Santa Maria Waters, Santa Maria Waters, 32, stole a motorized scooter from a Walmart. They were caught on camera, and they were seen driving it west. The cart was found outside a sports bar. They were found inside drinking. At first, they denied stealing it, but eventually admitted it. The distance between Walmart and the bar was approximately 0.7 miles.
My God.
About a 12-minute walk. They were arrested and charged with grand theft.
So, if it's 12 miles, you said 12-minute walk?
No, it's a 12-minute walk. It's only 0.7 miles.
How fast is that on the scooter moped thing?
I'm not sure. They don't go very fast. I don't know if you've been in Walmart.
I've been ran by people in them.
Okay, well, I've had to use them before because my ankle. And they don't go very fast.
Yeah. I'm very, very intrigued by this. Now I want to see, like, if I drive somewhere at 20 miles an hour, how long it takes to get there, then do it on the little moped scooter thingy.
Yeah, well, say if you go start at the front of Walmart and you take the little scooter back to the electronics department. I don't know if that's exactly, or you might have to, you do one lap around the store. Maybe it's 0.7 miles.
Yeah, probably. Our Walmart's pretty big.
Yeah, so next time you're in Walmart, you need to try that. And then, that's how these people drove it down the street to the bar.
Phenomenal.
I mean,
that'd have been a hell of a...
At least they stole it before they started drinking. So they only got charged with grand theft. They did not get charged with the DUI because, they stole it, drove it, then started drinking.
I think it would have been really funny. Maybe just because I've seen so many things of, like, cops. Just when they go to pull him over, he's, like, putting along with a 12-pack sitting in the front.
I mean, you know what, though? They could have started drinking beforehand. But once they went to the bar, there was no way to prove it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. All right. I guess I got time for another one.
All right.
A 38-year-old unnamed woman got trapped in a clothing donation bin. She had been stuck there for 3 days.
What?
Yeah. Someone heard her screaming inside the bin and called 911. Firefighters used metal spreading tools to open the bottom of the container. Once released, she said she was reaching into the bin when someone pushed her in. But police didn't believe her because it's the third time in 2 years she had to be rescued from inside a clothing bin.
What is she digging for?
And to make it matters worse, she suffered from frostbite. Because
what the?
She was in there 3 days in the winter.
Ooh.
Like, you see them clothing bins.
Is she going in to get a sweater?
She was reaching in for something. Like apparently somebody donated something she wanted.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but I mean the ones that we have, like I don't know how you get stuck inside there or even fit in there sometimes. But I mean, unless she's a small lady.
I mean, you would think she would be because those deposit box, like it's not a big opening.
No,
you can fit a small child in there.
The big thing that gets me is the third time in a 2-year period.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking maybe she gets her rocks off getting rescued.
Ooh, firefighter fetish.
Something, yeah. I mean, it happens.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know otherwise why you would do it for 3 times in 2 years. Like maybe you got to do it, every 8 months.
Maybe she's just bored.
I mean, it could be, but really, like hanging out inside a closed.
Did it say what was frostbitten?
No, it did not.
I'm having a hard time understanding the frostbitten part because in my mind, when they're jumping into the donation, there's a lot of clothes in there, which clothes are going to condense heat and you wrap up in them.
But maybe she wasn't smart enough and thought someone was going to rescue her beforehand,
Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, 3 days in the wintertime in a bin.
Ew. She had to have gone to the bathroom at some point.
Oh, yeah. Wow, I didn't think of that part. That's nasty.
That is nasty.
I guess she had plenty of material to wipe with.
Ew.
Oh, man.
All right, so for my stories, this first one I have, it's kind of just it's a nice little icebreaker. So, you ever done something like you see somebody kind of doing any kind of work, you try to do like the right thing about kind of helping them out, whether it's, do you need anything, do you need a drink, are you hungry, get a contractor or someone to come work at your house, try to be nice and offer. Would you ever do that with a random person in a car by your house?
No, not at all.
Why not?
You never know what you're going to get.
Okay. So, I'll read you the headline.
All right.
Stranger accepts woman's offer of bottle of water, then exposes himself. Your little grin there was phenomenal. All right, so at 9:25 p.m. on August 11th, a woman who was 62 years old noticed a parked car by her house. Because the man was wearing a sweater on a warm day, she went up to him and offered him, some water. That part I don't understand, just mainly because if someone's in their car, I'm not going up and offering them water. Now, if they're panting on the side of the road like a dog, yeah. But anyway, the man accepted the offer and walked with the woman to her garage. After taking the water, the man exposed his private parts.
I mean, he was probably saying, wow, you did this favor for me. You're 62. I'm going to do a favor for you.
Just look at it.
Yeah. Would you just look at it?
The woman asked the man, believed to be in his mid-30s, why he exposed himself before departing. The incident had occurred, and they have no idea who this guy was.
Well, they didn't find him?
No, they didn't find him. They got nothing on him.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure she was a little bit too blown away by what just happened to really take any characteristic kind of details. I mean, unless she's gonna say his Johnson was yay big or whoa.
Yeah, I mean, so okay, he gave her a favor in return and then she turned him in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, when is it acceptable
to expose yourself to a stranger? Never.
Oh. That's not the way I was going to put it. Maybe he's thinking, okay, I'm sitting here minding my business. I don't know this lady from anyone. And she says, hey, you want a drink?
This isn't Pornhub, Mark.
Well, maybe he doesn't know how to distinguish, fantasy from reality.
Oh my god, I don't know why you said that, but because I know we've talked about it before on the show about that fantasy about what are you doing, step bro? I don't know why, but I imagine that scenario happening. She offers him a bottle of water. What are you doing, step sis?
Yeah, well,
Probably not with that.
He just didn't know. I don't know. Maybe he got confused
Maybe.
and read more into it that she cared about his well-being.
Or maybe he's just like, someone's finally nice to me, I'm whipping it out.
Yeah.
Eddie. Kind of makes you wonder, did he say anything?
Your gums look good.
In my mind, it's I was gonna say more creepy than that, but it's still pretty freaking creepy. Just in my mind, it's just look at it. I'm gonna wiggle it. Just look at it. God.
Sharing is caring.
Oh no. All right. So the next one I have is you know where your radiator is in your car, correct?
Yeah.
How do you feel it?
How do you fill it?
How do you feel it?
I mean, you take the cap off when it's not hot.
Okay.
And then you dump the antifreeze in there. Okay. And then... Any
other way?
I mean, not that I know of.
How about driving into an ocean? What? Or no, my bad. Not ocean, a river.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the headline is, Man Sinks Car into Yakima River to Fill Up Radiator.
All right.
There's a picture if you want to see it. So in Yakima, emergency crew responded on Tuesday to the SUV driver spotted submerged in Yakima River. At about 11 a.m., the caller said that they saw, like, pretty much the gist of it was people were driving by, like, hey, they called 911 and just said there's somebody parked inside the river. Someone, I don't know, so there was an accident. I don't know if the person's okay, whatever. Nobody stopped, but they all called it in.
Yeah, nobody's going to stop.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, I guess it's done.
Well, at that, but also I think, like, too, like, say you show up and that person's dead and you call it in, I think one of my first thoughts is, I don't want blame for this.
Yeah.
So I'll be a good Samaritan. That way they can ping my GPS and notice I saw it and I kept on going.
That's true.
So the sheriff deputies responded and found the vehicle in the water. And when they went up and they talked to the person, the owner of the vehicle told them that he replaced the thermostat in his vehicle and needed to fill the radiator with water. Again, what did you say you do to refill your radiator?
Yeah, you put antifreeze in it.
You take the cap off.
Yeah, well, and you dump something in it. You don't drive it into the water.
He drove into the river with the hood down and everything still closed off, thinking, I'm going to fill the radiator.
Wait, he didn't take the cap off?
No. But that's the gist of the article. They pulled the dude out of the river and they pretty much told him, you're an idiot.
No,
nothing. He was sober.
Oh, wow.
He's just stupid.
Okay, that's messed up.
But you want to talk about DUI. It's not a DUI, but it is drug related. That's what I have next.
You can get a DUI for drugs.
I know that, but there was no vehicle involved in this.
Okay.
Well, later. So when you call 911, you call them to, I guess the best way to put it is kind of save you, like help you out, whatever. And normally, who comes when you call 911?
The ambulance, cops, firefighters.
Right.
Yeah.
So you associate firefighter with someone who's gonna help me out.
Yeah.
How about abduct you?
Nice.
All right. The reason why I think will baffle you.
Okay.
So, Portland firefighter allegedly kidnapped a man to teach a lesson for burglarizing his marijuana dispensary.
A firefighter with a dispensary.
Right.
Wow. Okay, that's something different.
He takes his business very seriously.
I mean, there's a lot of money in that. You have to.
All right. So, over drinks, the one firefighter and his buddies were going out, and they had some drinks at the bar, and they were kind of talking about, like, how am I going to get back this person, blah, 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 and this person has done this. So, what they decided to do is, let's kidnap him. And we're just gonna scare him. You know, that's where we're gonna start there. So they ended up doing this. The guy was Douglas L. Borland. He was 46, and Hugh Day Lee. He was 42. They drove downtown to Portland to look for the man, and they ended up finding him outside of a steakhouse. They walked up to him and like, "Hey, buddy, how you doing? You know, you want to go for a ride?" And the guy's like, "No." He's like, "Come on," you know. Eventually, they coerce him to get into the vehicle, and they end up taking him back to where the dispensary was and lock him in the basement. The dude's in the basement, but the part about this story that really cracks me up, I don't know why I found this part funny, but an Uber driver was the one that called this in.
What?
Yeah, the Uber driver saw these people show up. There's 3 people. They go up to the guy, get him to go in the vehicle at gunpoint, and the Uber's like,
"Oh, gunpoint."
Oh yeah, there was.
I thought you said they convinced him to get in the car.
Gun can be very convincing.
Well, yeah. If you would have said that part, I understand. But you're like, they talked him into it. That don't make sense.
Yeah, guns are very convincing.
Right.
But what they were upset about was. Here, I'll just read it for me. Friends of the man told police that they had burglarized the Oregon hemp house about a week earlier and stole the marijuana from the business, according to the affidavit. Douglas Lee Berlin, the firefighter, is accused of 3 counts of first-degree kidnapping. He bailed out of jail after a woman he lives with posted 10% of $75,000. Or no, she posted $75,000. His bail was $7,500. Or wait, $750. Wow, that was the same thing.
Okay.
$750,000 bail.
Wow.
And essentially, he's still on waiting trial and everything like that. But I found that part interesting mainly because the fact you firefighter, you're supposed to serve and protect and all that kind of stuff, just the same as a police and ambulance, supposed to help the well-being. And
oh yeah,
this person not only kidnap somebody, but then put him in the basement. It just
okay. I want to know how much did he steal from this dispensary?
Oh, it was a lot.
Okay,
I want to say it was like a ton.
Damn,
that's
if it's an actual ton.
That's a lot of weed. That's 2,000 pounds.
Oh wow, yeah, that would be great to have. Not to get it stolen from you. I would have killed somebody. Not gonna lie.
I honestly think they probably would have. I think they were gonna go down that route. If the police wouldn't have found everything out so quickly, I believe that's probably where it was gonna go.
As it should have. You do not steal 2,000 pounds of weed from someone and expect to get away with it. That is not kosher at all.
Right, but people make bad decisions.
I was to say, if you say people make mistakes, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. You even know I accidentally steal 2,000 pounds of weed from someone.
All right,
that is not a
people
thing.
Make dumb decisions. They make mistakes. But I want to hit on this story real quick before we wrap up my segment, just because it goes with my theme, and I'm very proud of this. This will now be the 3rd story of a car going into the water.
Okay.
Why? I don't know. And we had it in season 1 about people snacking and committing a crime. Why are people leaving their vehicles and they're ending up in the fucking river or the ocean? I don't understand.
They're overheated.
Alright, smart ass. I don't get why people think it's okay to drive by the water, park your vehicle, and then go away. Here's what I mean by that. Headline: Moment. Idiot holidaymaker is forced to watch helplessly as his car sinks into the sand at the Weston Supermar and is washed away by the sea.
Nice.
So, this one I had to read a couple times to fully understand. The dude, his name is Tim Curtis. He's a photographer. He's on vacation, driving around, taking pictures on the beach of the ocean and all the scenery and stuff. He ends up getting stuck. And he gets out and takes pictures of his vehicle being stuck. Can't figure out how to get his vehicle out, but instead of calling someone to come tow him out or whatever, he just sits there and keeps on taking pictures as the tide comes in. He does this, the tide comes in and takes his car out.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I'm just going to show you. That was the end result.
Oh, man.
Like I said, he watched it happen and took pictures of it happening.
That's nice. I like it.
I don't understand. It's like we said before, there's a theme to all these seasons that we're going to do, and there's a theme that people are committing crimes. It's not even the fact that this is a crime. It's, why is it so common that people are going to drive by the water and just, so let's see what happens.
We'll touch up on that in the wrap-up.
Sounds good. In our weekly wrap-up, we discuss some of our personal opinions and ideas. So let's see what we thought this week.
Okay, so first off, for the wrap-up, I would like to say, I mean, these people who do these things with their vehicles, I don't know if the insurance covers something like that, but that could be part of it, is to get the insurance money out of these vehicles, and that they accidentally lose their vehicle in that
Does
way.
insurance cover stupidity, though? Like, I guess I'm thinking, like, if I am the insurance rep, and you call me and say, hey, I parked on the beach, and my car got taken out to sea.
Yeah, but I mean, how many people do you see park on the beach? Like in areas with a lot of beaches.
I'd imagine quite big. I remember when I lived down in Florida, it was very common to see vehicles driving up and down the beach and so on. But to that argument is, my vehicle gets stuck. I can't get it out. I'm calling AAA or whoever right off the bat. This dude for 4 hours watched his vehicle sink and get taken out to sea.
I get what you're saying, but maybe he didn't know that it was actually going to get taken out to sea.
Pretty big freaking gamble.
But the insurance money.
I guess it did look like an ordered vehicle.
And that's the thing. If it gets taken out to sea, you don't hit another driver, then you get away with getting rid of a vehicle.
What do you think that falls under? Is it comp?
I would think so.
Comprehensive. I didn't comprehend this was a bad idea.
Well, pretty much. All right. So the next thing I want to touch up on is the lady who likes to climb in the clothes bins for, I'm assuming, the Salvation Army and all that. Mm-hmm. I got to go back to the whole bathroom thing. Like, that's so crazy. I mean, you're stuck there for 3 days in the cold. I would put on clothes and then use other ones to go to the bathroom. I don't know, or you gotta climb back in a corner to go. I don't know.
I don't understand how you can be stuck in one.
Or 3 times in a 2-year period.
Unless she's a really bad Houdini. I obviously, to get in anywhere, you got in, you can get out the same way. And I understand that there's, sometimes it comes down at locks and you can't really get out the same way. But it's not like she fell into water. It's not like she couldn't move. And there are a lot of things to me that I don't understand. Because, alright, so those things are they metal or aluminum?
I think they're metal.
Okay, so you get inside one of those. In this day and age, everyone has a cell phone, unless the individual left it in the car.
Oh.
But I don't know. Like I said, there's just a lot of things to it that I don't understand, which I think there's more. I'm thinking there was probably some kind of narcotic or other substance that was involved, and by the time she was rescued, it's out of her system at that point.
Either out of her system, or at least she doesn't feel the effects anymore.
Right.
All right. And the last thing I have to touch up on in this wrap-up, it's coming. Do not, as an employee of a restaurant, if somebody wants some damn sauce for their food, do not forget it. I mean, you can roll your eyes and do whatever you want, but you don't eat dry-ass chicken nuggets. Come on, man. I'm saying the guy went too far. I get that. I agree. He should have been arrested. But had he have hopped out and was like, all right, who forgot my fucking sauce? I'm okay with that. Like, somebody needs called out and you don't forget the damn sauce. You know what I mean?
I just imagine like some like white collar guy completely like completely kosher, wants his nuggets, and as soon as they don't get the nuggets, the dude instantly undoes his tie, like, oh, who am I fighting today?
Yeah, like, shit's on now, man. You forgot. And it ain't cool. Yeah, you don't forget that. That's ignorant. And I know there's an employee shortage and people are talking about it all the time. And the thing is, if you make me wait 20 minutes for my nuggets or whatever, it's cool. Like, that happens, you're shorthanded. But if you forget my sauce, then I don't feel sorry for you.
Yeah, because to like what you're saying, I mean, most of the time, they put the food in the bag and say, hey, do you want any condiments or anything to go with that? So you say yes, they turn over, grab it, boom, right in the bag. I'm expecting, or I guess I'm envisioning that this Yahoo just went, here are your nuggets. And the guy's like, ketchup. And then it escalated from there.
No, I'm thinking he drove away and didn't realize he didn't have the condiments. Because, I mean...
so you think it was a drive-thru?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes more sense. I'd be jacked.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I'm thinking what he did was go there through the drive-thru, get the nuggets, or get the bag of food, and didn't check it until he left.
Do you think it had to do with this? Was it just him in the vehicle?
I'm thinking.
All right, see, I'm thinking there's kids involved. And he gets the nuggets, goes to give them to the kids, and the kids really want a barbecue sauce or whatever. And it's not in the bag, and the whole time the kids are going, where's my barbecue sauce? I want my barbecue sauce. And the guy's like, that's it! And if I have to deal with this complaining, then...
No, see, I don't play that game. Like,
I've heard your Dairy Queen story.
I'm just saying, man, like, if people... I don't care if there's 10 people behind me. When you hand me that bag, I'm looking through it. I ain't driving away till I make sure I got my stuff. That you didn't screw up.
I've actually drove for 25 minutes, made it home, looked in the bag, and went, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, I don't do that. Yeah. I've done it before, and I don't play that game anymore. Like, I'll open the damn wrapper and make sure I ain't put onions on my shit and all that. Like, yeah, we ain't playing that game. I'm gonna sit in that drive-thru and I'm gonna hold up the damn line.
I can see you open up the burger and be like, hey, you spit in this?
No, I'd just be like, yo, dude, you put fucking onions on this, we have a problem. Like, I will drive through that damn building to get to you if I got it. Like, don't play that shit.
You get so passionate about food.
I do. Yeah, don't screw it up.
I guess that's the PSA for this week.
That's damn right. Don't fuck shit up and don't forget. Alright.
Well, that just happened.
If you like what you heard, tune in next week to see what else we find.
Also, please leave a review, a like, and subscribe.
If there's something you think is interesting and would like us to address, then reach out to the show and let us know.
We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, pretty much anywhere you want to reach us.
And with that being said, this concludes our episode of Well, That Just Happened.